today in English, and I'm gonna place it here for you guys to be able to see it. There you go. I hope you like it as much as we do. The end, you can comment as well. Feel free to comment as well. Anything related to the presentation itself and the imaging it has, because we freshly made it and we're very happy to it. So, first of all, my name is Javier Hermosilla. I'm from Barcelona, Spain. Born and raised, 22 years old, 22 years young actually. And basically, I'm a lover of cryptocurrency. I've been a lover of cryptocurrency since 2015, end of 2014 actually. And that's when I first bought my first Bitcoin, right? So it's been crazy since then, and many things have happened in the market. I think it's been a crazy 5 years to say the least. But the first thing we discovered in the market is that, as you know, blockchain was created to change the world, right? It's an innovative technology, and we thought about something. So there's a thing that unites everyone in the world, right? And everybody says, hey, yeah, we're all human, or this or that. Well, there's a thing that unites us even differently to race or sex or anything like it. We're talking about smartphones. Everybody, if you reach out to your pocket, you're going to find a smartphone. That's a reality. It's been a reality for the past years, but it wasn't a reality 20 years ago, right? So the world changes, and it changes very fast. And most people in the world don't understand how a smartphone works, but they do understand how to make it work, you know? So you know how to use it, but you don't really know what's happening behind the scenes, inside the chipsets and all that stuff. So what happened with kuailian is we were born as a decentralized ecosystem where everyone wins. And the idea was this: to offer a different user experience to the one we're used to in the normal world, right? We're not reinventing the wheel. We're not rediscovering fire. I'm not going to say that because that would be a lie. We simply found a resource in the market and exploited it in a different way. We discovered the blockchain was in disuse for what it was originally created, which was to be transparent and to be inclusive. So we saw that everything was happening in the market, and we decided to build an ecosystem. And about kuailian, to understand a bit how we work as an ecosystem, we need to understand the legal bits behind kuailian. What makes us what we are, right? It's a company or a consortium of companies created by different companies that are all putting the small drop of water to create this ocean that today is kuailian. And kuailian is created mainly, and the mainframe is created by two corporations in Estonia, which you have here, the name of the corporations and the registration number. It's kuailian App and CrossChange International with its termination due to Estonia, which is OU with a small little two dots. And these are the numbers of the registration. You can find them, you can go search them, you can see who is behind. You're not gonna find weird people or unknown people to the market. You're gonna find us, real people that talk in public and appear. And the idea is this, okay? You will find two things with it. One is our exchange license, and the second one is our wallet license. Two licenses that we obtained in Estonia because it was the center of cryptocurrency. Right now, it's one of the best places to do cryptocurrency, and it's a hub technologically where you can work cryptocurrency. Regulations are advanced, and you have a flexible government. They listen and they learn. And that's what's made Estonia in the last years become such a place to work in, right? It's been amazing for us, and the experience you get from the moment you lay your feet on it till the moment you leave, it's just amazing. And it's a country that has been evolving for the past years since 2014 in a crazy way. Actually, they started investigating blockchain in 2008, and then they started using it in 2014. They originally launched their own blockchain system for bureaucracy. So it's a very good place to be in when you want to work with automatisms, right? We're a member of the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance. For those people that don't know it, to be able to be part of this Ethereum Enterprise Alliance, you have to be giving something to the ecosystem. You have to be putting value on the table, accepting the internal rules, which is not that difficult, and being compliant with the local regulations. This is probably the most difficult one. You need to have a project that is compliant with local regulations. In our case, Estonia. So we had to be regulated and we have to be compliant. And that was something good. In this consortium, you're going to find companies looking for a better experience within Ethereum, one of the best cryptocurrencies or one of the biggest cryptocurrency technologies in the world. And these companies are all putting their own little bit to be able to build this ecosystem. Ethereum is an ecosystem. And basically, you find companies like JP Morgan, Intel, BBVA, different banks and different institutions that are part of this consortium because they want to grow within the system. So what is happening is that now that you know what is behind, right, kuailian as a whole, let's talk about kuailian. Let's talk about what it is as an ecosystem or what it is offering to the people. Well, to the people that are within this ecosystem, participating in it, they're receiving different and several things. One of them is a kuailian Academy. We understand that education is one of the most important things in the world. We're talking about a backbone for society. And we are fully understanding of this in kuailian. We understand that without education, there's nothing to do in the world. So we started off by thinking that education should be free. That is why our kuailian Academy offers Forex courses, offers cryptocurrency courses, expanding every month. We're expanding by 4 to 8 modules every month. And it's going to be ever expanding. We're going to keep deploying more and more things and more knowledge within the system. And it's going to be adding more and more topics that we're going to be taking into consideration when talking about the kuailian Academy. So it's not only what we had, but it's what we're going to have and what we're building. And this is an ever expanding ecosystem where one of the main products that we have is our automation system. Our automation systems, starting with a smart pool. Smart pool is the first product that we launched in kuailian 1.5 years back. We launched a product that allowed people to be able to feel and experience the market in a different way. There's been many products in the world. We understand this. And not all of them have been good, right? There's not good people, bad people. There's only good products, bad products, well set up, right? And we wanted to understand something that is always happening in the market. That is the basis of the smart pool. What I'm going to talk to you about right now is what happens daily on the market. First thing, when you talk about traditional economy, you know that when you want to send money to someone, you need, okay, to be able to send it through a bank. Usually when you want to send money to anybody, imagine you want to send money to anybody in this conference, right? You would need to go to the bank or open your app inside the banking system and send money to that person. Now, what does the bank do? They verify the transaction. They verify that money leaves your account and it enters the recipient's account. It verifies that the money is not lost, it doesn't double, it doesn't disappear, okay? So that is what the bank does. They verify transactions. This has been one of the most lucrative businesses they've ever had and one of the safest. So they take a commission for it. For doing this simple task, they take a commission. Worldwide, millions and millions of transactions are made daily. And there's no difference when you talk to decentralized economy. When you talk about decentralized economy, such as Bitcoin, you need someone to verify the transactions, and banks are no longer in place here. So who can verify transactions? Anybody in the market. It's free to access. Everybody can access this market, and you don't have to be anything special. You don't have to be a bank or an agency or something special to be able to do it. Anybody in the world can do it freely, can choose, I want to verify transactions, I want to participate in this, how do I get started, right? And earn these commissions, participate. So in the kuailian, we thought about something that is very simple. Masternodes are decentralized. They verify transactions in the world. They have a free access, anybody can access it, but they have an elevated price. It is very expensive to become a masternode owner. Some of them can rise up to $60,000 per masternode. Some of them cost $1,000, but most of them are costing around $30,000 to $60,000. So not everybody has $60,000. Now, there is a technical complexity to it. It is not easy, and not everybody would own masternodes if it was easy to do, right? So in kuailian, we thought, how can we get people to participate in a market they're not yet understanding, that has just recently started years back, and it's still getting to the people. The market penetration that cryptocurrencies have had is very low. So imagine how difficult it is, or how many years should pass until people understand they can earn money with this on a daily basis. So what we did is lower it to $100. What we think that is the price of being scared, right? The price of terror. $100 is something people are not scared to lose. You waste that in food, beverages every day, right? So it's not that difficult to think that somebody could give it a try for $100. And we made it all automatic with no human intervention whatsoever. That was our idea of how the economy decentralized should be. So in order for people to be able to participate as part of this pie and receive Ethereum or cryptocurrencies daily in their own wallets, not in the back office, not in my route, not in my bank, but in their own personal wallets, and see what it does for them. What we didn't understand is this. People won't understand first time they listen to the product what exactly the product does. But they're always going to be able to see it for themselves. And there's nothing more powerful, ladies and gentlemen, than knowing and seeing what is happening. And this is the reality. Our smart pool works in the following way. This is the way it works. First off, you have a wallet where you deposit, okay? That wallet is going to allow you to buy Ethereum. You're going to send those Ethereum into Quais. It's going to enter a wallet from the company. It goes directly to the pool. And once you have it inside the pool, what is going to happen is the automated system, the AI, is going to set up masternodes, market verifiers or transaction verifiers within the system, picking exactly the best structure with a ratio of risk to reward, which is measured by the AI and which is going to be changing. So we wanted it to be flexible. That is going to generate profits because of the verification of transactions daily, and it is going to be paid directly through the smart contract to you. So what it's going to allow is that somebody to resume the experience of user. I buy cryptocurrencies, I deposit them in a system, I see what is happening within it, I can see it, and I receive the profits of my money working every day. So I know what is happening behind the scenes, which is the big difference. We made it transparent, and I receive my daily profits in my personal wallet. I don't just see them and then in a year or 2 or 3 years I'll get paid what I'm promised. I'll receive them. So I have a user experience that allows me to see for myself what this product is really doing to my economy. And there is 2 different pool configurations. One is the low risk pool. This has been running for 1.5 years already, straight, every day paying for over 600 payments. And then we have the medium risk pool. Now the first pool, let's talk about the smart pool in the first configuration, the one that has been running for longer. We're talking about a refugee value of Dash, but we're talking about a 90 to 10% ratio. We're talking about 90% in low risk, and 10% of that money is the one that we're using for masternodes that pay more, high risk or high reward masternodes. We're talking about a acquire value of $100, so you can start depositing for as little as $100, and you're going to be earning around 0.1 to 0.4% daily, with an activation time of 10 to 13 days period. What happens with the medium pool? Well, it's a bit more aggressive. The configuration or the setup of the pool is a bit more aggressive. The refugee value is Zcoin. These are coins that you can look up in Google. You can check them out for yourselves. They're real coins. The liquidable tokens are going to be a 60 to 40%, which means 60% is going to be in low reward and low risk masternodes, guaranteed practically, and 40% is going to be in a more high risk. Then the contract duration is the same, it's 1,000 days, and we're going to be having the acquire value on $100 too. But what is the thing? It's going to be paying 0.3 to 0.7% daily. This one is a bit higher in terms of rewards because it is a bit more risky. We're talking about a different configuration, a different setup, and it's going to be a bit more risky. In terms of the risk, the market needs to stop in order for us not to be able to withdraw any gain. Now that's difficult to happen if we understand how the market works, but it could happen. So in terms of what could happen in this kind of markets, we need to understand that in order for something like this to happen, we would need to lose the entire volume of the market. So it is actually a risk that exists, but it's pretty low, it's pretty limited to the situation. In kuailian, we were looking for something that was long-term. And We know that there are many products in the industry. You have arbitrage, you have many products, but not all of them are stable long term. We wanted something that could help us create a vision for the long run. We've been a year and a half running this product without any issues. Every day for the past year and a half, we have paid successfully everyone in the pool. Every participant, every client has received their share and they have earned their money. So we know how it works. We're not talking about running for a month or 2 months or 3 months. We're talking about a product that has been solid for a year and a half with results publicly shown that can demonstrate what we have been doing. And everything is being paid through blockchain, so everybody can see what has been happening behind the scenes. But this doesn't end here. Kuailian Bank. In order to be able to grow, we wanted to offer people something that hasn't been happening for the past years. Usability. We have Kuailian Bank with our own licenses in Estonia, offering exchange of cryptocurrencies. You can buy and sell cryptocurrencies, debit cards in the near future, and points of sale. What is a point of sale? Well, let's talk about this. I think it's a very important just spec inside the market that we should check. So what happens with most people in the world? They don't know what a cryptocurrency is. They don't know what Bitcoin is, and they don't care for it. If you talk about the grocery store beneath your house, they don't care for cryptocurrency. They don't want cryptocurrency. They don't even know what it is. So if you tell them, hey, do you want to accept Bitcoin? They're going to say, hey, I don't care. I'm not going to do that because I don't even understand what it is. I don't know what I can do with Bitcoin, what I can buy with it. So we have a lot of people earning money in cryptocurrencies here. We have 20,000 people in our community already. And we understand we need to give them a way to spend them easily. So debit cards are going to allow them to withdraw on any ATM. And points of sale is something that already happened in the past that haven't been working so far. So we wanted to offer something that allowed them to offer directly from their smartphone, something we all have in common, right? To be able to accept cryptocurrencies and receive euros or dollars in their personal bank account. That way, any shop in the world, whether it's online or physical, can accept cryptocurrencies without running the risk of it. They can be more competitive. They can access a new market. They can access our community, which is always going to pick somebody that accepts cryptocurrency over the one that doesn't, without a great risk by doing it. And that is the good thing about it. That was the idea that we had inside the market, right? Now, it's very simple. To be a part of Kuailian, all you will need is around $50.95 one-time payment. And with this, you get access to the Kuailian Academy unlimited of time, to the smart pool, to our Kuailian Bank, and to the future services that we are going to be launching. And all of this for only $50.95, one single payment. So when we say we want to offer something different, we're not only talking about something different in the sense of what we do, we're talking about a different user experience. Usually for an academy, you pay every month. Smart pools is something that usually has a maintenance fee and you're going to have to pay it, and you don't with us. Kuailian Bank is something that is offering very good prices for people to buy and sell cryptocurrencies, use their debit cards, many things. And there are more and more services to come. And everything just for $50.95, which is something very good in the market. Now, when you talk about what we've come, where we've been coming from, right, and where we're going, we need to understand that we started the pool technology in September of 2018. We ran through strategic alliances and growth, and we launched in September 2019, officially after 1 full year of testing in real life with real clients, using the product day in and day out. And we launched in December our Kuailian Bank. Today, we are in the midst of our medium pool risk beta. So we've basically launched our smart pool of medium risk in beta this month. We're launching the live version this next week. Everybody's going to have access to it. So the closed beta is going to be open for everybody in the world. We launched our new back office on Monday, past Monday, and we're launching the merchant for Kuailian Bank in the next 2 weeks, where people will be able to buy and sell cryptocurrencies with debit card or credit card. Now, what is to come in the near future for Kuailian? Well, we're going to have a marketplace where people are going to be able to buy and sell stuff with cryptocurrency, something like an eBay of cryptocurrencies. A new landing page coming in the next month. The medium risk launch, And then we're talking about something very interesting, kuailian travel. Everything that we're talking about comes with an SVF in Singapore, a stored value facility license that's going to allow people to be able to know that we are being regulated by an auditing system in Singapore, where the MAS, one of the biggest regulators in the world, and especially in cryptocurrency, is going to be able to audit our products and systems and allow people to understand that what we're doing is real. They're going to verify what people are already seeing from blockchain, but many people don't believe the blockchain. They don't even understand the technology. So we wanted to be able to have proof by a real regulator, serious one, that can prove that what we're doing is not only approved by Estonia, but it's approved by an external regulator in Singapore that really takes seriously what we're doing. And that's a process we have been approved for already. In about 3-4 months, we're going to have our SVF publicly, where we're going to be able to expedite our debit cards, our points of sale, arbitrage products, and then in the second semester, we're going to be talking about the quantum bot, which is already in testing, and we're going to be talking about our own cryptocurrency to tokenize them, to tokenize actives. Anything in the world can be tokenized, and we want to offer people to belong to different investments for as little as $100, or in the case of the tokens, it's going to be less. So what we're talking about is offering people the chance to participate within markets that are far off their reach with a simple click, and knowing always what is happening behind the scenes. That is a different experience that we're trying to bring to the market. We believe that aiming for being always the best or the most profitable or the cheapest is a battle that is always a fight. But if you aim to be the most transparent, you have won the battle in most cases, because nobody wants to be transparent. That is what we offer as a product. So to resume, it has an easy access because it costs only $50.95. It's transparent because it is all fully automated and deployed on blockchain. We are fully automatic through smart contracts and blockchain technology, flexible thanks to our machine learning or AI, and you receive the profits daily. And that is what makes us different. You receive them daily on your wallet. So for people that don't understand, and we've had the case of people that for months haven't understood what they were doing. They didn't understand what we were doing, but they knew they were receiving money every day. That's what they knew. They were being profitable every day. That's the only thing they understood. That was enough for them to feel the experience of what we were doing and like it and enjoy it. So that was what we were offering the markets really, a new user experience. And that was something great for them. So this is what we've been offering for the past year and a half. And now I would like to talk very briefly about what we do, what you can do with us, right? Our business proposal. And we're going to talk about our Quiet Plan. And what is the Quiet Plan? Well, it's basically, and very simply, a system that is going to allow people to be a part of this. So you have two options in kuailian. You can either be a simple client, simple user. You can decide to enjoy the good things of being a user, or you can pick to create a team, to create a group of people that are enjoying educating themselves, learning, and earning with us. And that is what we wanted people to understand. So what are we doing right now? Well, it's very simple. First of all, we have 3 bonuses. The first one is the fast bonus, where you're going to be able to earn in 10 levels of depth with unlimited width. And we're going to talk about, imagine you bring somebody in, you recommend this product to somebody, you send him the link, and he decides to deposit $1,000. Well, he's going to make you earn $100 instantly. Next day, you're going to receive in 24 hours $100. Simple as that. 10% of what they deposit anytime they deposit. Okay, any client you bring is already yours. He's part of your matrix, and you're going to be earning every time he deposits money. Now, imagine he brings in a second client, what we would call your second level, and he deposits $1,000. Well, you will make $30 off the bat, like that. Why? Because you will be earning a 3% of what they are earning or depositing. So that means that you would be earning up to 10 levels of depth. 10% on the first level, 3% on the second, 2% on the third, and so on, up to 10 levels of debt. And this works in a very interesting way because you can always be earning. Most of the people, what we have proved or discovered is that when they see something that goes for the long run, and that's what we've been doing for the past year and a half, and that we're aiming to do for the next 10, 15, 20 years, we're not planning things for a year or 6 months. We're always planning ahead of 10 years because we know where we're going, we know what we want. So we understand that people usually have a 97, 99% of retention, which is something we had never seen in any product, in any project in the industry. And they don't want to leave because they know what is happening behind the scenes. They can see it, and they know that they haven't felt any experience similar to this. So what they're doing is enjoying what is happening. This comes with the residual bonus. So out of the money that every day is earned, what happens is that out of the 100% that we earn daily, 65% is shared directly to the client, 15% is what the company is earning, and the rest is distributed amongst the people. And what does that mean? That somebody that you invited to the project, you're going to generate 8% of what they generate every day. That means if they earn $100 daily, you're going to be earning 8% of that. In correlation to them, it's 12. So you will be earning $12, but it's an 8% of the total that they're earning. Okay. So what we need to understand is the client takes 65%, 20 is to this. And this is going to allow people to earn 8% of what your clients earn on a daily basis, 4% of what they earn on a second level, and so on up to 10 levels of depth. We decided to eliminate all the complicated things in the industry of network marketing. We decided to eliminate ranks in terms of how many legs you need to do this or do that. We decided to eliminate many things that make it difficult for people to understand how this business works. It's as simple as this. You generate revenue for the company pays you. That's it, with no complications whatsoever. If you invite somebody, you earn a 10% and an 8% of what they earn daily. Simple as that. And for a third, and the people that want more in life, we found a way to make people participation of this, feel part of what we're doing of the ecosystem. So every day, 2.5% of the gross profit of the entire pool is deposited directly into a pool. And this is going to be called the ambassador pool. And it's going to be distributed amongst the highest ranks in the company, the 5 highest ranks in the company, because we wanted them to feel part of the system. We wanted them to have dividends of what the company is actually doing, of growth, which means before expenses, which is very, very nice because people are discovering what it is to be a shareholder of a company that is really doing good right now. And we are happy to say that we're doing good. It's been a year and a half. We haven't grown that fast in a year and a half. We only have 20,000 people in our company, but we were not in a hurry. We understood the markets need time to adapt. We had a new concept. It was difficult to explain, and we needed time to grow. We needed time to develop the systems that today are in place and hold together the entire ecosystem. But now we're ready to grow. We're ready to grow big and to expand internationally. So this is the entire plan in one sheet, one simple sheet. Money comes in here, people deposit, they buy Quais, and 20% goes directly to the fast bonus. 80% continues to the pool, and out of the profits the pool generates, we're going to have this: 14% to the company, 2.5% to the ambassador pools, 65% directly to the client, and 18.5% directly to the residual bonus. And that sums up 100% of the profits daily. We do not pay a fixed amount of money depending on how the sun is shining today. We pay in midst of what we receive every day. So depending on how much we have received today, that's the amount that is going to be paid out. It's percentual. It's not a simple fixed amount because it's impossible in a market that keeps changing day by day to be able to offer something that never changes a cent up or a cent down. And if you see a product that doesn't change or doesn't have a variation in a market like this, suspect, because it's practically impossible to not have a variation. You can be pretty stable. We have been for the past year and a half, but you're always going to have variation. The market keeps changing. So what we were offering is to be a part of an ecosystem, whatever where you like to be part of what we're doing right now as a corporation, as an ecosystem, and as a community, and to be able to profit along the way. Everyone that buys cryptocurrencies in kuailian Bank, of the reward that we generate from there, the commission or the fee for selling the cryptocurrencies, 50% is distributed among the team. And the same happens with debit cards, the same happens with points of sale, the same happens with every product in the company. We're always sharing with the team. And that is something very good because it allows us to be able to be growing every day, making people feeling part of the ecosystem, making people feel included in a technology that was built for this, that was built to include people, to decentralize finance, to decentralize trust. That is what we've been doing for the past year and a half. And that is what we aim to do for the next 20 years, uninterrupted. So I'd like to thank you for your time. I would like to say thank you for listening to me today on this conference call. It is always a pleasure for me to be here. My name is Javier, as I said earlier, and I would love to answer any questions that you may have. So if you please direct any questions directly to me, I would be more than grateful to be able to answer them.
I want to say that fantastic.